Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are very fine today. So, let us continue with our lesson that we had started, that is transportation and plants and animals. So, we had seen in the transportation about the transportation of the various substances through the blood with the help of heart and the blood vessels. Okay, that we had seen. Also, we had learned about the excretory system in the human beings mainly. Okay, and so as the human beings have to transport various substances, have to excrete various substances, and so the plants also need to do this because plants are also living organisms, and this is the characteristic of a living organism. So we will continue with the transport of substances in the plants. So in the plants, which substances have to be transported? So we have learned that plants need water and mineral nutrients, right? So the plants, they take the water and mineral nutrients from the soil, okay, and through the roots they will take, and of course that will be transported to the leaves. And at the same time, the leaves, they produce the food with the help of photosynthesis, which is produced in the leaves, and this food have to be transported to each and every cell of the plant, because every cell of the plant is performing some function. It will need energy, and to get this energy, of course the food should be transported to that each and every cell. This is what you have already learned, right? Like the cell gets energy by the breakdown of glucose and all, so that glucose has to be supplied to every cell of the plant. And how it will be supplied, how the water and minerals which is taken by the root is supplied to till the through the stems, through the branches, and till the leaves. So this is what we need to see in this topic. So let us see how does the transport of water and minerals take place through a plant. So we know that the plants will absorb the water and minerals by the roots. Of course, the roots will only absorb the water and mineral which is present into the soil. Okay, so the roots, they have root hair. This we have seen in the last chapter also, that the roots have root hairs. Okay, so these root hair, what they do, they actually increase the surface area of the root, so that more will be the surface area, more will be the intake of water and the minerals. Okay, so root hair just increases the surface area of the root for absorption, so that there will be maximum absorption of water and mineral nutrients which is dissolved in water. Now see, the soil layer is there. In soil, in between the soil particles, there will be water present over there, right? This water will be absorbed by the root hair. Through the root hair, it will go into the root. Through the root, it will go into the stem, and through the stem, it will go to the leaves. But how exactly it passes from the root hair to the leaves? So let us see. The plants, like in our body, we have seen there are blood vessels which carries the blood, right? In the same way, in the plants also there are some pipe like vessels. There are pipe like structure which are called as the vessels for the transport of water and nutrients from the soil. So these pipe like organ, or this pipe like vessel, are called as the xylem. Okay, this vessel, they are made up of some special cells. They are made up of some special cells which form the vascular tissue. What do they form? They form the vascular tissue. So vascular tissue are the special kind of vessels in the plants which help for the transportation. Okay, and we have learned what is tissue. Tissue is a group of cell which perform specific function. Now here the cells, they have combined together, they have formed a tissue which we are calling here is the vascular tissue, and that is only helping, that is working on something, that is working on a task. Hence they are called, they are specialized cells to do a function, hence they are called as the tissue. Okay, now this vascular tissue, of course they will transport the water and mineral in the plant. They are called as the xylem. What are they called? They are called as the xylem. How? From now, where the xylems are present, the xylem, it forms a continuous network of the channel, like the many xylems will be present that connect the root to the leaves. From root it will start till the leaves, that pipe will go throughout. This is called xylem. And what this xylem will do, it will carry the water, it will carry the mineral from roots to the leaves. So this is what the xylem, which is a pipe like vessel which will carry the water and the mineral which is dissolved in the water from roots to each and every part of the plant. Okay, this is about water and the mineral. Now the food which is produced in the leaves by the photosynthesis has also to be, which the food which is produced and it is present in the leaves, it has to be transported to the stem, it has to be transported to the leaves. How it will be transported? So it will be transported with the help of another vessel that is called as the phloem. What is that called? The phloem. Okay, so phloem will transfer the food from leaves to all the parts of the plant, and xylem will transport only the water. So xylem is going up and the phloem is coming down. You can see in the diagram which is shown over here, the xylem, which is blue color, which will of course send the material up and the phloem will take the material down. So xylem and phloem, they transport the substances in plants. Okay, so if you want to actually observe how the xylem works and the water that is transported by the xylem only, we can do a simple activity. What we need to do, you have to take a glass tumbler. Okay, take a glass tumbler and pour the water into it. Fill it up to 3/4 or up to the 1/3 of that tumbler. You have to pour the water in that. In the water you have to add red ink. Okay, you have to add a red ink, and you have to take a herb, a tender herb like the whose stem will be what we can say, it will be flexible. So this kind of plant you need to take. You have to take a herb, okay, and put that herb in that colored water in which you have put the ink. Okay, leave it as it is. You have to leave it for 1 day, and the next day you can observe that any part of that herb, has it become red? Yes, it will appear red to you. Even the leaf veins which you have learned, the veins of the leaves, that will also will appear red to you. Now what you can do, you can take it out, take that herb out, and you have to cut that stem. You can, as shown in the figure which is downside, you can see the stem. If you cut down and you can look through, look inside that stem, you can see red color. In a circle you can see red colored spot. What are those? Actually those are the xylem. Those all are the tubes. Okay, which tubes? The vessel with those are xylem, through which the water is taken upside into that plant. So the same thing happens in all the plants. The xylem which carries the water from the root to above the plant, till the tip of the plant, till every tip of the plant. Okay, so this is what we can see or learn from this experiment or from this activity. And of course the minerals which are dissolved in water only, and the water and mineral will be, it will go to the leaves and other parts of the plant through the narrow tubes called xylem, which is present inside the stem. Through the stem of course it will go. Okay, this is all about the transportation. Now you have learnt about transpiration. Yes, you have learnt what is transpiration, the loss of water, okay, or the evaporation of water from the leaves. This is called as the transpiration. You have learned. You see, plants, they absorb water and they also absorb the mineral, of course mineral which is dissolved in water. That is what they absorb. Now how much water the plant absorb? They will not need all the water which they have absorbed. So some amount of water which the plant doesn't need, that water will be given out. Okay, the plant doesn't need that water, so it has to be given out. So how does it given out? It is given out through the leaves. In the leaves you learned there are small holes or pores which is called stomata. So the leaves contain stomata, and through the stomata the water, excess of water, is evaporated into the atmosphere. This evaporation of excess water through the stomata of the leaves is only called as the transpiration. Okay, you have learned it. Like, compare it, in a glass you have taken a water and you are taking that water with the help of what we do, a straw. Okay, if you are drinking the water with the help of a straw, when you suck the water, of course the water from the glass will come into the straw and it will go into your mouth. Exactly same mechanism take place when there is transpiration. When there will be transpiration, the water from the stomata, it is given out, it is evaporated. Okay, and that only pulls the water. That pull, it comes through the leaf, through the stem, then through the leaf, through the root, and to the root hair, and then the root hair will again take the water from soil and it will go up. So transpiration helps the plant to take more and more water. Okay, and also we have learned transpiration, it cools the plant. If you are standing below a tree, you feel cool. Why? Because of transpiration. I told you the example of earthen pot, it is the same way. As the transpiration take place, the we feel cool below a tree. Okay, so transpiration also cools the plant. That is the another advantage of transpiration. So this is it for the circulation and excretion in the organisms. Okay, which are the two important processes which we have learned in all the living organisms, and these are the characteristics of all the living organisms. I hope you have understood this lesson. So till we start the next chapter, you just stay at home, stay safe. Okay, goodbye.